Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Learning Bits. These are the important bits of perspectives in education, and the topic is education in ancient period and post-Vedic period. First question: Sankhya system is the great work of the Kapila. The term Sankhya indicates the number, but for others Sankhya is a perfect knowledge. Sankhya adopts or agrees with the Nyayikas. Sankhya a system is nothing but the Gurukula system. Sankhya system deals with Prakrit. Education takes place during ancient period is Guru's residence. Studying history of education is to contract present education system. The basis for division of the Indian history into three parts, that is ancient, middle and modern, is time relation. Education in Vedic period is nothing but the study of Vedas. Classification of society into four groups during Vedic period. Education was transmitted in ancient India through orally and imitation. Where did monks and nuns learn? Viharas. How long did children stay away from home for education? Till they achieved their goals. Residential places of learning during ancient period is Gurukulas. Besides the teacher who helped the young students, advanced students, what was taught in the name of physical education during ancient period? All of the above. It means Krida, Yoga Sadhana, Vyama Prakara. Ancient education system emphasized on both A and B. It means healthy mind and healthy body. Who were hammed most of the ashramas as sages? Maitreyi, Vishwambhara, Apala, Gargi were called as women scholars. What was Nalanda called earlier? Nala. What did teachers have autonomy during ancient India? All of the above. It means selecting student, designing their syllabus, concluding the course. Where did the universities develop in connection with temples? All of the above. It means Banaras, Kanchis, Navadip. Where did the relationship of Guru and Shishya strengthen? Gurukulas. What was considered as the highest form of donation back then? Contribution towards education. What was the objective of residential learning? All of the above. It means have complete learning, lead to disciplined life, realizing one's inner potential. What does education in India a heritage of? All of the above. It means being pragmatic, being achievable, complementary to life. Teaching and learning followed the tenets of Vedas and Upanishads. What was regarded as a source of education system of ancient times? All of the above. It means knowledge, practices, traditions. How the ancient education system focused on the holistic development of individual, both A and B. It means by taking care of inner self, by taking care of outer self. What were the ancient system of education based on? Both A and B. It means Vedas and Brahmanas, Upanishad and Dharma Sutras. Whose writings were the sources of learning in ancient period? All of them. It means Aryabhatta, Panini, Katyayana, Patanjali. What do you mean by Shastras? Learned disciples. Learned disciplines. What do you mean by Kavyas? Both B and C. It means imaginative and creative literature. What were the sources of learning drawn from various disciplines? All of them. The meaning of Itihas is history. Which sources of learning means logic? Anvesiki. What was organized to access pupil learnings? Debates. In ancient India, what were the ways of education system existed? Both A and B. It means formal and informal. Where were students go higher knowledge in ancient period? Both B and C. Viharas and universities. What is Gurukulas, also known as ashrams? Where were Gurukulas situated in ancient period? Forest. Who has to access to education during early Vedic period? Women. During the ancient period, why the gurus and their shishyas lived together? To help each other. What was the main objective of living in Gurukulas? All the above. It means to complete learning, to lead disciplined life, to realize one's inner potential. Who took active interest in promoting education in ancient period? Both B and C. It means kings and society. What were the most notable universities evolved during ancient period? All of the above. It means Takshashila and Nalanda, Vallabhi and Vikramashila, Udantapuri and Jagadala. Name of legendary Indian grammarian Panini. Famous education center in ancient India is Gangotri. Studentship period in Vedic education system was 18 years. Medium of instruction during Vedic period is Sanskrit. At what age makes Upanayanam to Brahmin child? 8 years. Method of teaching during Vedic period is oral method. Who was eligible for Guru during Vedic period? Brahmins. True knowledge was gained during Vedic period through Shudras. It is not part of curriculum during Vedic period. Sociology. Caste system started from post-Vedic period. Curriculum during Brahmin period is religious. Gurus were called during Jain period. Tirthankaru. Reason to call Brahmins as Dvija was Upanayana. Indian education is the oldest system in the world, said by F. W. Thomas. With which civilization did Hindu traditional education begin? Aryan. Students' stage during Vedic period is known as Brahmachari. Secular concept of education appeared during the period of post-Vedic. Meaning of Upa in Upanayanam. Near. Takshashila included religious teachings of Buddhism. Triratnali followed during the period of Jain. Teaching method during Buddha period. Discussion. Which is not educational institution of Buddha? Amaravati. During Jain period, education started with the ceremony of Pabaja. Buddhist education mainly depend on popularity among common people. The language used to preach Buddhism was Prakrit. Holy book of Buddhist is Tripitaka. Which religious preaches Tirthankaras? Jainism. Who established Nalanda University? Buddha. Name of the ceremony at the age of 20 during Buddhist is called Pabaja. Pabaja means go forward. Which one among the following religion was patronized by Which one among the following religion was patronized by Patronized by Rashtrakutas. Jainism. Which education system made accessible to all? Buddhist. Jainism was evolved against caste system. Education was used as weapon to spread religion. Islamic period. The person who established primary school, Maktab. Gori. When did Maktab first established? 1192. Famous education center during Muhammadan period was Golconda. Takhta means wooden planks. Calcutta Madrasa was established by East India Company in 1781. Education was influenced during medieval period is Muslims. Maktabs were placed to take primary education. Higher education was imparted in medieval period in madrasas. Mohammedan invasion in India took place from the beginning of 8th century. The main objective Islamic system of education was propagate Islam. The initiation of education began with the ceremony of Bismillah. Whose education was not recognized during medieval period? Women. Teaching method during medieval period is lecture method. In the early Muslim period, it was an educational institute. All the above. It means lema, own residences, mosque, all of the above. So the correct option is all of the above. Education in Muslim period started in young age with Arabic and Quran. Madrasas were devoted to study of Islamic law. Teachers were used to teach students during medieval period individually. During the medieval period, it is mandatory to recite Quran. During the medieval period, students were given to choose subjects at the age of 14. Education focused in Muslims period on memorization. Present diplomas were called in Muslim period. Option A, Ijaza. First few centuries of Islam, educational settings were entirely informal. At the end of Muslim period, Hindus and Muslims continued their own schools run by their own charities. Which institution was equal to present college during Muslim period? Madrasa Balas. Which new education system emerged during medieval period? Islamic. Islamic traditional education entered in India in 11th century. Which element patronized in Islam? Religion. Which element prioritized in Islam? Option C, religion. Educating child is better than giving aims. Which religion say so? Islam. Islamic education starts at the age of 4 years 4 months 4 years 4 months 4 days. The ceremony that initiates a girl child into education called Jarpip Ani. The ceremony that initiates a boy education called as Bismillah Khani. In how many phases traditional Islamic education divided? 3. The report on Islamic education system is Sir Syed Ahmad report. teacher was called in Islamic education system Imam. Mathematics is called in Islamic education Riyazi. Which Muhammadian ruler opposed education? Khilji. The first Muhammadian ruler tried to reform Indian education system Pyal. The Muslim ruler who introduced scholarships to students Firoz Shah. Aurangzeb translated Sanskrit Upanishad into Parsi. Which one of the university is minority university? St. Stephen's College, Delhi. In which year had Thomas introduced education in northwestern areas? 1843. In which year Maculum Minute declared? 1835. The university which was established in 1918? Usmania. National education system. Education should reflect Indian ideas, said Annie Besant. The author of New India was born in 1835 is E.S. Holland. In which year did Lord Curzon announced policy of India's resolution on education? 1904. Where was Indian Women University established? Pune. Who established Women University? Acharya D.K. Kar. Who is the first education minister of India? Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad. In which year was the National Council for Education of Women established? 1959. Who was the first chairman of National Women Education Society? Durgabai Deshmukh. Christian missionaries were established in India under 1813 Charter Act. Christian missionaries were established in India to spread their religious ideas. Downward filtration theory purpose is to create a class. Downward filtration theory purpose is to create a class. Indian in blood and color, but English in taste, viewed by Macaulay. Lord Macaulay's education policy made effective from 1835. English became the court language in India by abolishing Persian. What type of institutions started by British government in district headquarters? All of the above. It means high schools, colleges, universities. Main objective of Macaulay's system of education was to make intellectual slaves to British. Macaulay's education system purpose was to produce English knowing cheap clerks. What language were neglected by Britishers? Sanskrit, Arabic, Persian and Hindi. Who boycotted to study in universities started by British government? Both A and B, means Hindus and Muslims. First education department in India established by Lord Curzon. Who established Central Research Institute in Pune? Lord Curzon. In which year Abbott Wood report presented? 1937. Who accepted Macaulay's Minute in 1835? William Bentinck. Which was created as a milestone of Indian education system? Macaulay's Minute. The Governor General who ordered to provide job for study in English schools? Hardinge. The Governor General who encouraged women education is Dalhousie. Magna Carta means paper on rights. The ideal teacher-student ratio in British system is 1:25. The law which started state education system in India was 1813 Chartered Law. Sanskrit College of Sanskrit College at Kashi established in 1791. Who said as English education is suitable for rich and free time Indians? Macaulay. First teacher training college in India established by Balg, who basically worked for modern education in India. Danish. Founder of modern education in India, Charles Grant. What included in 1813 Charter Act? Education. Which education system proposed by Dr. Zakir Hussain alternative to British education system? Basic education. First woman graduate of India, Chandramukhi Bose. This period treats as silent period in Indian education system. 1897 to 1902. Which was focused in Gokhale resolutions. Free education. Literacy rate of India at the time of independence, 15%. The foundation stone of modern Indian education was led by Charter Act of 1813. Who declared the 1854 education policy? Charles Wood. The process of the introduction of education in English had been initiated in India by Lord Macaulay. Father of modern education system in India is Charles Grant. In which year Macaulay Minute declared? 1835. Thanks for watching this video. If this video is useful for you, please like my video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.